Well, hello, here we go again, resume. We haven't advanced the day yet from the last video, but this other job's got to be completed by tomorrow, and I think that is the Player Unknown job. One day to completion. We haven't got perhaps the right chip. I didn't see the fits this PC thing, so I've been buying this. If I turn that off, you can see all the other chips. So I have bought the i7 again and again and again. Okay. But it's incompatible with this board because his board's an AMD Amazon board. The other thing is I bought the AMD Ryzen 5 to upgrade from his current I think it was a Quad 3 he had in there, something like that. And then, no, first off I bought the 1300X and tried that in. Or was that his already? Yeah, that was his already. That was the one. I think that was in his PC because it says used. So I've bought this, and that one doesn't fit. Or doesn't it fits his board, but it doesn't bring his spec up so that he can play Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. So the only other thing I can do now at short notice is to change out the motherboard. But before I do that, actually, let's just cable that back up again. I want to check with a board that is an Intel. Let's just take that PC and fix this. Press P. You can't just press P to get this one to work. Cable it up. And once I fix this, I'm hoping that it gives me some money just to bring me a little bit, better fortune. I'm at minus $745. You can't see, it's just off the screen. For some reason my screen resolution won't cut to 720p, which is what I'm recording in. And diagnose and fix. I can see that the fans are starting up. He wants a max score of, oh, I've already had this one on the board. Right. Oh, I know what I was doing with this one. I was going to fit in this new chip. In the meantime, this is Intel Pentium 4560. Right, so this board, which is really poor, will not take the i7. Okay. But since his job is not Did I fit that? Yeah, I did know. His board is not as important as the other one. Let me see if I can work out motherboards. This one will fit his case. So Z170, it is an LGA 1151 Skylake. The processors, the i7 is a Skylake. So let me see first. I'll just put his PC back together as it was, in case I forget that I have not put any paste on. Recable it. It's just as bad as not putting the paste on, really. If you leave the cable off the heatsink, off the the CPU fan. I'm going to go for Player Unknown's PC. I'm going to change out the motherboard. Because as you saw, to fit this PC, he had an AMD, well he did have this one in, that's the one that's used. He had a Ryzen 3 quad-core 1300X in. Then I tried the 1400, that didn't work. Then I tried the 1500. That's what I was thinking about before when I was saying which was it which. Now this is his Team Force memory, which got to open the tabs for. If I can pull it. We're gonna remove the cables. It's just a point of finding the actual position at which. I bet you the memory doesn't go back in here as well, actually. And then they make you stick the standoffs off as well, which is ridiculous because in many cases the same standoffs will work for the next board, especially if it's an upgrade. This isn't. This is a total change of board from an AMD board to an Intel motherboard. So we're going to be putting that one in, so that we can hopefully fit the Intel 6700, and we'll know straight away now. Once we've got this fitted, we'll try fitting the CPU. We want the i7. There we are. Blob on that. I want to put his memory in first. She had this, maybe 4 gigs. 4 gigs. I could try and give him some cheaper memory. I've got one used which was his and one new. 2 400. This is 2400, but I'll give him the 2 strips of used. And put them there. And the reason for that is that I'm not going to give him another new piece of memory when he's already cost me all this trouble. He's getting the same memory, still 2.4. Cable this up. CPU fan. And the case fan. The graphics card should have gone in first really, before the cabling, I think, usually. I think I had to give him the 970, didn't I? Install. Nothing else. Just the cables. I swear I can keep hearing a cuckoo sound. That's from my summer car though. It just keeps... I'm sure it's in the background somewhere. Right. Will it run? Will it run? RAM, you have 6 gigabytes. I don't think so. Oh, I fitted a 2. Okay. Two. I'm still going to have to give him new memory. I don't want to give him memory that's faster. I was giving him memory that was faster. Okay. I'll pull that out. I'll give him his old memory. The red. We're just coming up to 15 minutes on this video. Recommended spec, it will do that now. Did he want anything else? 3D mark. And we will so now the parts I've taken off this machine should go on my shelf, you know. And why is the fire extinguisher right up there on the way? I probably can't reach it. I'll have to jump. Can't jump. And why have I got some All CDs. Should be able to keep some spray cans of air. Your fire extinguisher needs to be on the wall, probably near the door, just here, above the light switch. I've never done that before. I didn't realise there was a light switch. Is there one in here as well? Can you put your fingers in the sockets? No. Why would you want to put your fingers? Test it. Yeah. Oh no! What's going on? A problem has been detected by a mega system shutdown to prevent damage. Watchdog it's the first time you've seen this error screen. Reset your computer. If the screen appears again, follow these steps. Check to make sure any new hardware or software is properly installed. If this is a new installation, ask your hardware software manufacturer for any updates you might need. If the problem continues, disable or remove any newly installed hardware and software. The only thing I can think of is that I might have the memory in the wrong slots. Generally I used to put them next door to the CPU, but I seem to remember that when I first opened this case, this was in the second slot there. But I'm going to put it there. I'm going to take this one out first. I'm going to put the other one right down, bang next to it. Yep, that's the next slot along. And I just want to check that I've put the paste on. I did put the paste on. Maybe a better cooler. Will it still run? Yes. No reason why it should have changed. I've only moved the memory from a different slot. Put the side of the case on. See if we can get this job off the go. Front fans aren't running. And the front fans were running before, weren't they? If you remember when I very first came in about a video or so ago, I had this on the bench and was looking at it. And didn't I say, oh, the fans are running this time because it was lit up purple. Maybe it was a different PC. I do know there was one PC, maybe it was this one, where I couldn't change out the fans and there was no wires to fix. So, if you know 3D Mark, this is actually 3D Mark, this is what it does. There, well, I've got it. So it says run, leave by the door. Well, I'm not going to argue with him anymore. Because I need the money in my bank account and I've spent a load of time and money on this PC. So that was the Player Unknown's thing. I needed a total upgrade. But run 3D Mark. diagnose and fix. Get that one on the bench. Get that one sent back. New PC. If it's working mysterious ways, my technically minded friend, it seems the publisher is unwilling to offer a second advance. What was that? On my current work in progress, leaving me utterly destitute and unable to afford the endless stream of electronic nonsense I've been forced to purchase just to keep my editors happy. Well, I don't stand for it. I am an award-winning little firm and all, so they decided to sell this computer, this electronic laughing stock, this pox on literature, and slink back to my typewriter in hope of rediscovering my views. I hope it's not too late. Many thanks. So he's selling a computer. So what? I need an upgrade to my PC. I need to benchmark it at least 5029. My God. Vanessa McQueen. Maybe it's Steve's wife. Steve McQueen. He's forwarding part of this magnificent article about yours truly, Metropolitan Literary Express. But what really surprised me about Van Cleves is that he continues working at all. He's a man of such bizarre talent that I wonder how he hasn't been taken away by the aliens who presumed dropped him off in the first place. Instead, he consents to stay with the rest of us mere mortals, plugging away tirelessly at a book which is due to come out several years late and full of prose and incomprehensible to the common reader that it's hard to believe a human had any hand in its creation at all. Isn't it marvellous? I've always thought myself as an author who transcends base literature, but to have it confirmed by the MLE is a real feather in my cap. Please do make sure to pre-order my upcoming work as an additional little bonus. After all the work you've done for me, I'll be happy to sign your copy for a small fee. Oh, you would you? I've fixed your PC enough times, isn't that enough for you? You plonker. Plonker donker. Right, so boot up as diagnose fix. Well, first off, it's full of dust, I can see that. So before we go any further, we'll give it a good spray. So you can't always tell whether this spray job thing is working 100%. And I've seen some computers in a real mess. Right through to a crazy cat lady whose computer, I'm not kidding you, the power pack was at the top and that was lucky for her, because the bottom, about the same thickness as this plate is here, was full of cat hairs, and she said the cat used to lay on top of it because it was warm. So well, yeah, that'll do it, you know. So we'll put the plugs in. And then we will get the thing up and running. I had to pull it quickly because the CPU fan wasn't running. Do the cables again. I just panicked to pick it up. That'd be nice to see something go up in smoke once in a while though, wouldn't it? So, we've got no case fans. And we'll just take the chip out and have a look at that. So we'll install the chip. That's broken anyway. So a 3900, and I have actually got one. So we'll sell that one. And we will install the cooling, see what's wrong with the cooling. It's a thermal 100, which I've got one, so we'll get rid of that one out of the way. And depends on how much she's given me for this computer, whether or not if it's a case fan for her. Should we have a look? Power it up. It's got two fans on the graphics card and one on the CPU. Shouldn't be too bad. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum-bum. Virus scanner. Oh, we're over time again. So, yeah, I didn't really need to do the virus scan, but you know, it just makes sure that it's done. I need to set an alarm or something. That's all done. Put that one back on the bench and get the money for this. So collect. He gave me 205. Well, I suppose that's okay. So if you want to see what those two are, what we'll do is we'll come back in the next video and take a look at those. Thank you very much for your time and patience with me, and if you can leave a like, that would be much appreciated, and thank you very much for your time, and I'll catch you later, next video.